the princess's palace of the Konen. People all over Sweden. But it's really known for its cakes. Yummy. Now they're speaking German, telling secrets. Unter der Luft.
And thank Friedrich the Great in the century. But I'll just kind of give you a go around of these buildings.
Friedrich the Great.
This one over here is called the Opernpalast, the Palace of the Opera. It was built in the 1740s as a royal theater. The dome thing is the St. Hedwig's Cathedral. It's a Catholic church that Frederick the Great built after he annexed some lands called Silesia with the library. Also built in the 1780s. And it's actually called by Germans the Kommode, which means the chest of drawers. And I think it's like...
Lenin spent time here reading in the library here, waiting for the Russian Revolution to take place.
Let me stand over here.
It was built for Prince Heinrich. Marx graduated here, Grimm brothers graduated, Einstein lectured here. This is the site also, the Scalaplatz 33, the book burnings, ordered by Goebbels. Everything on German.
And that took place right here.
The German poet, 1827, you start burning books, you start burning people. And it was kind of ironic, isn't it? That's what how the 20,000 books that were burnt that night. That's not really done. Heinrich Heine was the poet. Oh.
It's actually...
Says it right here in German?
Yeah.
Once you start burning books, you start building people.
Well, once you start burning books, you end up burning people, I think.
Even buddy. Dankeschön. Friedrichstrasse. This is in the roaring 20s part of Berlin. Like the movie Cabaret, the clubs, everything. Later on it became, and the communists became un-German. Not good for the German state, I think, during the Nazis. Called Friedrichstrasse. This was the place. Everything and everything you wanted. Good example of Cold War architecture, the Hotel Unter der Linden. On our way to the Russian embassy, you can see this is Aeroflot, the old Soviet airline, now the Russian International Airline. I believe it's the Russian embassy, as you can see the Russian. And Unter Linden, there is the Brandenburg Gate straight ahead of us. To the Russian Guard. There's the flag of Russia. There's the embassy, in front of it. And of course it's the first building built back up again during the war.
You can see the hammer and sickle above all of the windows, for example. These clean cut columns. Yeah, it's very, very interesting in that way. Now the brown box on the pedestal in front of the embassy is kind of an interesting thing, because on that pedestal you have a white marble bust of Lenin. When Clinton came,
No more Lenin. Lenin was pulled down. There's a bust of Lenin. Now they don't know whether it's under there or not. When Clinton came here, they pulled it over it. This is Unter der Linden. You can see the idea of the little trees here. The ones that were 250 years old, replaced by flagpoles with Hitler's flag. A lot of construction going on in the building. Here's the Brandenburg Gate.
This actually used to be the gate of the city when the Prussian royal family lived down the street in their palace. Right outside the gate was the Tiergarten, the hunting grounds where they would go. And the gate actually is also very significant for German history because of this quadriga that is on top of it, this kind of statue. This was stolen by Napoleon in 1803 when Napoleon controlled Prussia. he took it back to Paris, and in 1813, then when Germany kind of regained its independence, this was the first thing that was brought back to Berlin and placed back on top of the Brandenburger Tor. So it really is an important piece for Berlin. Before Napoleon took it, she was renamed the Goddess of Victory, and she's maintained that name since. And it's also being rebuilt, as you can see. For example, this is
you can see there's a lot of construction going on, and we're going up to the Brandenburg Gate right now. The wall, we just crossed into West Berlin. Just came out of east. West went down that way, down to Potsdamplatz. And it wasn't a straight wall, it did curve around a little bit in certain parts. So they're rebuilding the Reichstag. There's the Brandenburg Gate. Here's the Reichstag. Walking toward it. Nice little open area. Because we're in the Tiergarten, the old hunting grounds for the royal family. See how they're going to rebuild this baby.
There was a fire in the Reichstag. This fire took place just a few weeks before the March elections, where the Nazis were actually elected into parliament. And it was instigated supposedly by communists. Communists who actually were blamed and arsonists were caught.
It was not used by the Nazis because it was burned inside.
Between the Soviets and the Germans, and
see the Deutsche Volk, the German people. Over there is where Hitler's bunker was, where this orange inside. That's where the Nazi headquarters were.
That commemorate this area of town as kind of the bureaucratic piece of the Holocaust.
Where the Reichskanzlei was, Europe's largest construction site.
This is the former Potsdamer Platz. It was leveled.
Here's one of the few remnants left of the Berlin Wall.
In front of the wall. There are very few sections of the wall left in central Berlin. This is one piece, and we're going to see another piece in a little bit. So this is actually not the wall that was originally built in 61. This is actually the third generation of wall. They kept developing the technology, making it more foolproof.
This is the wall. But look at it, there's three different types of walls. The first one was like just mortar and barbed wire, and everyone got across that, no problem.
No man's land.
This is actually an internal wall. Then they have to get over this wall. Then they have to get through here. No man's land. There was minefield here. And then they had to get through a big wall over here and hope they didn't get shot. All the way down Potsdamer. Right there's an old guard tower. They were ordered to shoot for a fatal shot, and if they missed a guard, and if the guard missed their shot, red line here, red line is where the wall actually used to be. We're in the west part. This is the old Prussian Parliament building. Well, there it is. There's the wall.
We have a piece of the external wall.
External wall.
The outside wall. And the internal wall was part of this building here.
Part of that building is the internal wall.
So you can see
external wall. Keeping up. We're in the west right now.
We're not very far apart. The wall on their territory. And this is also to kind of show the West that
this area used to house the Gestapo and SS headquarters.
Land in all of Berlin that will not be developed.
It will not be developed. It's going to be left here. There's a good gap in the wall. There's a little bit.
To the roof of the building. And when he
Sounds
was
like
up
your
there,
Luftwaffe,
he
but
noticed
also this
actually
escape
how close
story.
he was to the west, this being the external wall. So immediately on the other side was West Berlin. So one night, he smuggled his wife in and his 9-year-old son, hid them in a cupboard during the day, and then after everyone left the building, they went up to the top of the roof. And he brought a cable up, or a cord with him, and a hammer tied to it. Through that, over to the other side of the wall, where friends of his who had been kind of planning this with him were waiting to catch this hammer. They attached a cord, then to the hammer, a cable, and it was, he hauled it back in. He had set up a hook up there, and he attached then the cable to the hook, and he and his family then put themselves in handmade harnesses, and then just kind of went over the cable into the west, and although to work in the building. And you were this was them worked here, and the other two didn't. They got themselves locked into a building, and they happened to do this over Christmas, which meant they weren't locked in just overnight. They were locked in for 7 days. And what they did then was they started at the edge of the internal wall and began digging. They pulled out, they shoveled their way under the ground, and they hauled out the sand, hid it in the Checkpoint Charlie Museum.
Checkpoint Charlie. Charlie.
Yeah.
In the beginning there was the site.
Okay, if you want to come in a little bit closer. And this was really one of the most famous crossing points from West Berlin into East. And particularly, this is the crossing point where any of you would have had to cross. This was the crossing point for foreigners. The other 6 crossing points in Berlin were crossing points for Germans only. This was really where foreigners had to go over. It was the third checkpoint.
There isn't really much left of Checkpoint Charlie. That's an area. That sign over there says you're leaving the American sector. But actually you'd be going into the American sector. It says here, you are leaving the American sector. This sign actually used to probably be right around there where the wall used to be. Sister Lucky,
Yes.
I am sorry you have left the American sector. Let me see your papers.
Where am I?
Your papers. You are in no man's land. Taking a picture of me. I'm not sure what that is, but we were able to eat breakfast looking out the windows up here. Beautiful view of Berlin. Cleared up quite a bit. About to leave Berlin back to the Netherlands. Alright, last night here, going out to Indonesian food, because that's one of the things I'm big on. You can see some tulip fields. That's just a private garden. You can see all the different colors. And then in the distance, all these little, you can see the green right there. Those are just bulbs that haven't come up yet. The tulip is incredibly important to the Nederlanders. It's been a source of trade. It was you tell somebody how wealthy they are. Not tell them. I mean, I don't think the flowers talk. Those are all, they haven't come up yet.